welcome back to another episode of Remembering Forgotten Memories. This one I had forgotten about until I was talking to my sister last night. We were talking about different stuff that we did artistically, as real little kids and stuff, and how some of it we see in her own kids too, but the one that I am going to speak of today, don't worry, her kids did not do. But something reminded me of it, and I had a good giggle over it, and she was like, man, that sounds like something I would have done. I was like, well, apparently I had my moments too, but if you clicked on this, you already know where this is going. This is the story of the time that I ate finger paints. So, story time. I didn't go to preschool. My mom didn't want to let me go to preschool because she heard some story about some kid who went and contracted some weird-ass disease from the preschool that, left her blind and deaf, which is really weird. This wasn't rubella or anything, but it was, something hella weird. I don't even know what it was, but because of one isolated incident, she decided none of her kids would ever go to preschool. She would just do all the preschool-y things with us herself. Totally don't need preschool. Forget, that whole learning how to socialize with other children thing. Yeah, fuck that. But anyway, I was probably either 3 or 4 when this took place. I want to say 4, because I remember it a little too vividly. I don't think it could have been 3. I remember it way too well for 3, I think. So, do you remember those old Fisher-Price easels? Maybe I'll do a whole other episode on those, but it had, the plastic easel front on the front side, and on the back side had the little desk area with a storage thing underneath, and if you flipped the desk up, it could also be a chalkboard. It was a really cool all-in-one type of creative station thing. I know my aunt bought it for me. It was pretty cool. I loved that thing. Up until I had siblings that lived out in the living room, then it ended up going into my room and took up a whole shit ton of room until we eventually retired the damn thing. But it's also fun for playing school with it because on the easel side, it had the little thing you could clip the paper up with. Yeah, anyway, this is not what that's about. So, I remember one morning, she had it all set up in front of the kitchen. I guess she thought she was going to keep a closer eye on me than she ended up doing, but ended up getting distracted and really was not watching me. So, she said she had a surprise for me. So she brought out some of that, really nice paper, that, really, almost glossy. What the hell is it called? Is that vellum? I'm not sure. What is that kind of paper called? The really, really slick, slippery paper. For what she ended up wanting me to use it for, absolutely not conducive to it at all in hindsight, but she thought she was doing the right thing. Bless her heart, but, so she took a piece of that out, she put it up on the easel for me, getting it all ready. And then she brings out this box of finger paints and tells me how she bought me some finger paints. Granted, it was only 4 colors. It was just the primaries, really. Red, yellow, green, and blue. Yes, I realize green technically isn't a primary because you make it with... I know, shut up. Shut up. It was 4 colors. I don't know what else to call them other than primaries, even though technically green's not one, but regardless. But they were in these weird little cups. Those applesauce cups with the foil lids? Yeah, they were about the exact size and shape as those, right down to each of them having a foil lid. Now, I don't know if there was plastic lids that came with this set for after you opened them. I don't know if you were supposed to, not open them all the way. I don't know what the deal was with this. Very, very poor packaging design is all I can say. I don't know, maybe, the parents were supposed to just, put some saran wrap over it, call it a day. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I was a little kid. That was the least of my freaking problems. So, she goes ahead, she sets them in the little tray on the front of the easel that also seemed like it was exactly the right dimensions for them to go ding, 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 cross it. And she said, these are finger paints. And you stick your fingers in the paints, and then you paint pictures on the paper. Easy! Fun! And figured I'd have a great old time with that since I've always been artistically inclined, and Yeah, seemed like a great idea in theory. And I think I did start out with it, and okay, I seem to remember trying to make a tree with these very limited colors that I had on hand, and since it was that slippery paper, it kind of wanted to slide off. Like I said, not very conducive to what I was trying to do here, and ended up just making a huge fucking mess. By that point, she had lost interest in actually watching what I was doing. I don't know if she was like watching her soap operas. I don't know if she went outside. I don't know. All I know is that suddenly I was unsupervised with these 4 things of finger paints in the tray. And the more that I'm getting frustrated trying to make the paint stay on the slippery paper, I'm globbing more and more of it on my fingers. And suddenly, I have this big brain moment of, this is the exact consistency of pudding. And it's the exact temperature of pudding. I'm going to taste it. Scoop! In the mouth it goes. And you know the worst part? The worst fucking part? It didn't taste bad. It didn't. That is also terrible, terrible product design on something made for preschoolers who literally cannot be trusted not to put every frigging thing in their mouth. You'd think they'd want to put some chemical in there to make it taste bad to deter them from wanting to eat it. Granted, yes, it was non-toxic. Clearly, I was fine. But because it didn't taste bad, did it stop at a little taste? Oh, fuck no. No. Your girl sat there and ate the entire thing of red, convinced that this was actually pudding and that my mom had lost her mind telling me to paint with pudding on paper that clearly wasn't even holding the paint on it, further convincing me that this is food. This is not paint. This is food. It's colorful food. Therefore, because it is colorful, it is fun, and convincing me that it must taste much better than it actually does because it's colorful, just like every other 80s kid food ever. So I ate the whole thing of red. And I dip into the yellow. Because, you know, your girl has to do it in color order. Obviously tasted just like the red, but oh, screw it. We've come this far. Time to eat this too. Let's try the green and the blue while we're at it. Hell yeah. My mom comes in when most of them are practically empty at this point. I've got it all over my face. It's all down the front of the easel. It's probably slopped on the carpet under me because Lord knows we did not have the foresight to throw some newspaper on the ground under it. Fuck no. No. I think she thought it would all get caught in the little tray. It did not. She's like, oh, wow, you went through those paints really fast. Why is it on your face? What? Where's your art? And why is it on your face? I eated it. You what? This was both the first time and the last time I ever got to use finger paints for obvious fucking reasons. Oh, God, she was mad. But she read the box, so they are non-toxic, so convinced herself probably won't die. Probably either gonna puke or poop rainbows, but probably won't die. I think she did call poison control just to double check, and yeah, I didn't have to go get my stomach pumped or anything, so she'll be fine. Give her some water. She'll be fine. Oh, God. Why, self? Why? I mean, we've established I am not smart, but the finger paints, really? Really? 1 cup would have been bad enough. But all 4 were necessary. All 4. In the mouth. And I typically was not a kid who wanted to put everything in the mouth. Is the best part. I was usually super cautious with that shit. Except apparently when it came to finger paint and tied with bleach, that was another story for another day. That one did involve having to go to the hospital, as I seem to remember. But, no, the finger paint and the detergent, I think, were really about 2 of the only ones where I really got curious to stick things in my mouth that I shouldn't have. Actually, no, that's a lie. I remember eating dirt too. Nah, I guess I was a typical stupid kid. But nah, the finger paint. Ugh, like, in hindsight, I cringe thinking about it, but at the same time, I do remember that exact, almost gelatinous texture of it on my fingers and being like, it's secret rainbow pudding! Oh, best day ever! Oh my god. Oh my god. But of course, I couldn't be satisfied to just eat it. No, I think I did even glob some of it into the other cups to mix into more colors, convincing myself it would taste even better. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. Fast forward 20-something years, and my sister had her kids, and she brought over some finger paints one day, and she asked me if I wanted finger paint with the kids. I promise I didn't eat it as an adult. I did finger paint with her kids and show them how to, like, make a tree in a little basic scene. And you know what's fucked up? It still has that same texture. It still has that same texture, and my brain still reads it as pudding. And I had half a second of a moment of it being on my fingers where I was like, should I do it? No, don't do it. Come on, you're an adult. You know better. Don't fucking do it. I did not do it as an adult, but I did have that half a second moment of, is anyone looking? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Nah. But I had that half a second of poor judgment of, I should eat this. And then, no, you really shouldn't, Self. No, you really, really, really shouldn't. Please tell me I am not the only little kid who ate finger paint. Like, please, just, I can't have been the only one, right? Right? I have a bad feeling I was the only one, because I'm that dumb. So there's your story time for today of me being a dumbass. I had loads of them, but I had forgotten all about that one until last night, and oh, holy shit, I was like, quick, before I forget, write it down. This is gonna be the next Remembering Forgotten Memories episode. So, anyways, hopefully you got at least a chuckle out of my stupid assery. So, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Have you ever eaten finger paint? Be honest! Be honest. Or any other thing that you shouldn't have eaten as a little kid that you totally ate. Leave it in the comments too. We'll all collectively laugh together. So, make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you'd like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Moral of the story, don't eat finger paint. See ya!